ब्रज जन रंजना
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन
यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजना
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Welcome to everyone. Andarki Swagatam. And we also have here Parvati Garu, Tanvi, Suchi, and Shruti.
Say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to the Jiva.
Hare Krishna to everyone. Welcome to the class. Very happy that you've all joined in.
And thanks everyone for your wonderful participation in the quiz. Most of you have got wonderful, everybody's 90%.
More than, so many got
More
10
than,
on
yeah.
10 also.
Yes.
Very nice. Nice participation.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. మీరు
నాకు
అన్నారు
రెండు
కానీ
అర్థం కాక మిస్ అయిపోయినాయి రెండు క్వశ్చన్స్ లేకపోతే 10 వచ్చాయి 8 వచ్చాయి
ఓ నేను చూడలేదు మీరు చేసారా వెరీ నైస్
చేశాను
ఓకే
అదే నాకు ఇంగ్లీష్ లో కోసం పేపర్ కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ గా ఉంది అందుకు నేను రెండు పోయినాయి తర్వాత ఆన్సర్ చేసాక తెలిసిందే నేను రాంగ్ పెట్టాను తెలియక
ఓకే ఓకే వెరీ గుడ్
ఎలాగో అలా నేర్చుకోవడం కావాలి
దట్స్ వాట్ మేము ఎంత సింపుల్ గా చేద్దాము అనుకున్నాము ఎందుకంటే గోల్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎవరు ఫస్ట్ వస్తారు అది గోల్ కాదు దట్ వి లెర్న్ అది ఇంపార్టెంట్ యాక్చువల్ గా సో దట్ ఈస్ అవర్
మీనింగ్ అర్థమైతే చాలు
చాలు అదే కావాలి అంటే మనం ఇంత హరే కృష్ణ విజయ్ దుర్గా గారు సో మెయిన్ ఏంటంటే మనము వింటాము ఎంతసేపు వింటున్నాము అది ఏం అర్థమైంది మనకి తెలియాలి అది జస్ట్ సింపుల్ వే అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి బికాస్ వీ హియర్ ఫర్ మోర్ దెన్ 1 hour సో వాట్ ఈస్ ఫైనలీ టేక్ అవే దట్ ఈస్ ద గోల్
నిన్న పేపర్ చేయలేదు మాతాజీ 2 రోజులు చేద్దామని ఆగి
చేయండి ఇవాళ మళ్ళీ కొత్త పేపర్ వస్తది today we will have the new one so please try to do so it is just that ante what you want to understand from the whole thing inta mano vinnaka what is it that take away and what we should remember so that is the goal of the quiz hope everybody gets that that's the goal so we'll start the class
sure before that I'll just say these prayers, invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dhinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya cha Krupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Once again, those who just joined, welcome to everybody and Hare Krishna. And we have Shashi Rani also here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
And
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Rita Mataji. Hare Krishna to everyone. आपका स्कोर अच्छा आया है इस बारी, बहुत अच्छा किया आपने रीता माता जी. I saw your score. Super.
Last time वो गलती से I was learning from my granddaughter. तो उसने मुझे बोला ऐसे क्लिक कर दो, और क्लिक कर दिया तो मैं रिवाइज भी नहीं कर पाई थी पहली बार.
Good. Very good. Excellent. We'll start then.
Nice.
Hare Krishna.
So just a recap for. Okay. So in first chapter, what actually happened, I'll not go through the 40 slokas. So it's just a setting of the scene. And for all of us to understand, this is not some mythology. Rather, it's a historical event. And actually, fact is, all the description of all the characters, the place, the location, the time, everything is described, including what conch they were using, what kind of ratha they were using, how many soldiers each one is having, what kind of arrangement of the army is there. Everything is described in such detail, but yet some people think it is mythology. That's unfortunate. That is propaganda, but it is not. And then there is also a major conflict of interest, between self-interest, what Arjuna should do, because when he fights, he'll get kingdom, but at what cost? So whether I should perform my duty or my self-interest. So there was a conflict of dichotomy. He couldn't decide. And it was very overwhelming. And most of the times in our life also, we face such situations when we want to gain some money, profit or something. Then there are a lot of things that we have to consider. So these are the values of life. But he, as a king, he has to watch out for much more things. At our level, we only have to watch out for our small house and family. But he has to watch out for the entire kingdom. What would be the repercussion of a war? And will he be responsible for all the degradation of values that will come along with war? So that was his consideration. And he was in dilemma, whether I should fight now or not, because it's for my selfish interest. Ultimately, only I'll become the king, right? For that, should I kill so many people? So he started thinking in this manner, and he was giving a lot of arguments to Krishna. You know what? Let's not fight. After coming to the battlefield, then it dawned upon him. Of course, that's a little trick of Krishna. He made Arjuna go through that. And then, because basically what Krishna's intention is, he wants to give all these wonderful instructions to all of us, not to Arjuna. Arjuna is already very well established. He has Krishna as his friend. Imagine. Krishna is his friend, not just a friend. Krishna is going to drive his chariot or take his orders, take left, take right, go front. He's ready to do that. That much Krishna is ready to do. So it is not for him, definitely. It's for us. But yet, because Arjuna is a great student, he is setting the example of a student how to learn also. So these are the things that are set in the first chapter. So now, in the second chapter, he continues with his arguments, why he should not fight. So many arguments he gives. So now everything Krishna heard, and he started off with a different perspective altogether. He did not address about whether it is his duty or not duty, whether it is good or bad, nothing. He is talking in a different perspective altogether. Then he's saying, addressing Arjuna, he's saying, first of all, wait a minute. I thought you're a wise guy. How come you're talking like a fool? So, fool means we are all like that. We are in that condition. So, he's addressing us. So, what is it that our condition is? We are thinking everything in terms of our body. So, that he calls it as kalmasham. Kalmasham means contamination. What is our first contamination? To think we are this body. And then everything connected to this body is what we are thinking we should acquire. We should keep it safe. And we should keep our body, give a lot of comforts. If any comfort to the body is disturbed, we call it bad. If comfort increases, we call it good. That's our definition right now. So Arjuna was also talking in that angle. Then he's smashing that angle by saying, you're not this body at all. Forget it, you're not even this body. So from 11th sloka to 30th sloka, he's only talking about how we are not the body, but we are the soul. Sometimes we wonder, oh, it's a simple statement. We all know this. Everybody in India knows this. But then why is Krishna telling in so many different ways? Because we are conditioned to think everything in matter. If I give you something, I want to see if I can cut it, I can break it, I can burn it. Like that only we can think. So Krishna is telling, okay, you want to touch this particular thing, soul, you cannot do all that. So it is not matter. He wants to say it is spirit, but then if he says it's spirit, you don't understand. You don't understand what is spirit because you don't have idea of what is spirit. So he's telling this is not matter. And then our understanding of our experience is what everything is about body. Somebody is born, somebody dies. Every time that only we get, right? Happy birthday cake we will cut, or somebody dies and then, or somebody is sick, then you go to the hospital. So all the things that you have experience about life is only comparing to the body. So Krishna is telling, okay, if you're thinking about body, soul does not take birth, soul does not die. Now you get it? So soul is different from body. Soul takes birth or death. That's what we will think. We'll ask a question. So he's saying, no. Soul is not born. Soul is not created. Like you might create a table, you might create something, you might create a baby, but you cannot create a soul. So when the body dies also, we might think that is also present. So many different ways he's giving us ideas. He's giving different perspective. So this is not a subject matter that we study for like in our school or college and then finish the exam and then we forget the topic. Even normal exams also we do like that. But this is not a subject matter like that. This is meant for us to constantly apply in the workshop of our life. Life is a workshop. So Krishna is giving these tools to carefully examine what is matter, what is spirit, what is temporary, what is permanent. Unless you have this discriminative knowledge, your knowledge did not begin. Until then, we are an animal. Because animals don't know this distinction. If humans also don't know this distinction, there is no difference. That is what Krishna is trying to tell. Is establishing the fact that your studies begin when you know the difference between permanent and temporary. There are two different class of things. You have to understand it. Just like another Prabhupada used to give this example. If you want to understand, are you this body? If somebody asks us, who are you? What is our first question? Our answer will be, I'm so and so, I'm a girl or a boy. That's the first thing you'll tell. Or your age you will tell. Or your class you will tell. Or your parents you will tell. Or you're Indian or American you will tell. Guess all the description that you will talk is describing what? Our body. So we never spoke about ourselves. So who are you? Okay, if I ask this hand, are you this hand? You'll say no. The hand is mine, you'll say. Correct? This body is mine, you'll say. What does that mean? Somebody else inside the body is making the claim. Will you say, I hand? You'll never say, I hand. Means you're very clear that is yours. So body is mine, but I am not the body. Of course, there's only for the phone you can say, is it my phone? Yeah, you can say it's iPhone. But otherwise, it's very clear there is an owner, there's a proprietor inside the body who's claiming that this is my body, but I, not the body. I, hand, I, leg, no. My, it's all mine. So that means there is a person inside. Like this, you have to understand this subject matter constantly. And still, Krishna will explain this subject matter of soul is called confidential. It is guhyam. Why confidential? It looks like open secret. But still, none of us act on the soul. We are acting on terms of the body. So there used to be a system. Of course, now it is only in history books we are reading. In India, there is a system of Gurukula. Why Gurukula study? Because this subject matter, the way it is to be approached is, you have to become a sevak first. You have to learn to do seva. Tadvidi, pranipatena, pariprashnena, sevaya. These three things you have to do. Sevaya, tadvidi, you approach a bona fide spiritual master. You render seva. Even Krishna went to Gurukul. He served. He was carrying firewood and all that for his guru, Sandipan Muni. He was doing all that work. He was doing seva. He was setting an ideal student's life. So this is not an academic study alone. That's of course the beginning, but that is not enough to understand. And you have to establish, along with the seva, you also have to have a sadhana. You have to have some spiritual practice. So we call it plugging into the system. So you have to chant Hare Krishna. You have to hear the holy names. That is a spiritual sound. You connect. While doing these two things, and then when you study this subject matter about the soul, then you can perceive this subject. Otherwise, soul becomes very vague topic. It's like, okay, whatever you're saying, maybe I'll just accept there is soul, but really I cannot see anything. Because in our day-to-day life, again, after this class is over, immediately we'll go back to what the body wants. What our tongue wants, what our belly wants, whatever our ears want, whatever our eyes want, we'll put the Netflix or Spotify, whatever. And that's how we want to be in our life. So where is the soul now? You cannot get it. So this subject matter is to be studied in a different way. Then you will get pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam this subject matter of the soul, it is not vague, but it can be perceived directly. Pratyakshavagaman, just like how you are seeing with your eyes. Like that, you should be able to see the soul also. So Krishna will provide tools in this whole thing. So this Bhagavad Gita is like Jnana Chakshusha. Means he's providing you spectacles called Jnana. Right now we have spectacles called Kama. Means everything I want. I want this, I want this. Whatever you see, I want it. If it's nice, I want it. In our definition, it should be nice. Then I want it. That spectacles we are wearing and looking at all the world. Oh, nice girl, nice boy, nice this, nice that. I want everything I want. That is again. So Krishna is saying, no, forget that. With that, you cannot understand this world. Only you'll see more and more desires of the body, only you'll get it. So Krishna will provide more tools now. So he'll introduce too many concepts as we go through now. So the next, he still continues, Avyaktadini Bhutani. So he's saying another concept here. Now what? Let's say atheism. He says he doesn't believe in soul. Okay. You don't believe in soul, fine, no problem. So what is your experience if you are atheist? What is your experience? Before, he talks about law of conservation. You'll be surprised. Before, there is nothing, right? Suddenly you are born, and after you're dead, nothing is there. All the chemicals only are there. You know that everything goes back into earth, water, fire. Even the chemistry wise, you can burn it or bury it, and body will go back into the earth and all that. So this way or that way, there is no loss. In the middle only there was something. Before also and after also, all the chemicals equation balanced. So what is the problem? Still you can kill. There's no problem. So he's telling atheistic argument also. Even if you don't believe there is a soul also, you have no reason not to fight. He's giving a reason why not to fight. You'll see. The why he says the next sloka. Some people look at this soul as very wonderful because the size of the soul is very small. You take the tip of the hair and divide by 10,000 parts, you can't even see it. And that small soul is running our body. Imagine in the body of a whale, how big the whale's body is. The size of the soul is still the same. In the microbe, it's still the same. In the ant, the size of the soul is still the same. It's amazing how much work the soul can do. And you might be thinking, I'm only a 5 feet body I have. But still, that small 5 feet body, if you know how little techniques, you know how to build a skyscraper. Amazing things, you can move matter also. So some people think the soul is amazing. Amazing things the soul can do. But after some people, even after hearing everything, they still cannot understand. They cannot understand this subject matter because it's a very fine subject. And I would encourage everybody to read the purport also because there is a lot of insight into every single sloka. Right now, this is just an introduction kind of a class, so I'm not really dwelling into everything. So again, the same logic he's telling. So since you don't believe that soul is there or not, so you don't have to worry about, you don't have to grieve about all these people when they are killed. Now Krishna is giving another angle. Now the soul angle is over. Now he'll give another angle. Now what is Arjuna thinking? If I kill the people, all the soldiers, I will incur sin. Then he reminds him, no, look, you are actually Kshatriya. Kshatriya means what? You are a king. You are trained as a king. If there are criminals, you have to punish. That's the basic duty of the king. So according to the Vedas, there are 6 crimes. Any one crime, if somebody does, they're eligible for capital punishment. That means you can kill them. First thing is if somebody gives poison to you, to kill you. So they are eligible. That crime, you can kill them. Somebody gives you, sets fire for your house, you can kill them, no problem. Somebody plunders all your wealth, you can kill them. Somebody steals your property, kabja, they do kabja, you can kill them. Somebody kidnaps your wife, you can kill them. In fact, Ramachandra, only one crime Ravan did. He kidnapped Sita. It's finished. Now imagine this Kauravas did all the 6. They did all the 6. So definitely they are eligible for punishment for killing only. Now, when the judge is there, High Court judge is there, he will give punishment to somebody who is a criminal. He killed, opened fire in the school and he killed 20 children. Now, judge will tell, no, we should be nice to him. No, it doesn't work like that. He'll give him capital punishment. For that, will the judge get any sin? No. That's his job. In fact, he's rewarded. He gets highest pay for giving that kind of judgment. The same way, the reward for a Kshatriya, Krishna reminds him, Vijayamo Veeraswargamo. Either you will, if there are only 2 things that can happen in war, either you will die. If you die, you'll go to heavenly planets. And if you win, you'll get your kingdom. Either way, you will be promoted to the heavenly planets because you have performed your duty as a king, as a Kshatriya. So now we can ask, what is our duty? See, Krishna says, Chaturvidha Chaturvarnam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. So normally there are 4 divisions, Chatur Varna and Chatur Varna Ashrama. And 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas are there. So there are total 8 ways the society was divided then. Right now, it's all messed up. It's all called perverted. Perverted means there is no real Varnashrama. Varnashrama means it is not because, say, for example, my dad is a doctor and he has a hospital. But I never studied well. I didn't become a doctor. But I want to go to the hospital and I also want to do the surgery. Is it allowed? No, right? Why? My dad is a doctor. I'm not trained. I cannot operate. Exactly. The same way, when somebody is a Brahmana, you cannot say, my dad is a Brahmana, so I can be a Brahmana. Sorry, dude. You are not trained. You have to be trained. But today, what you have Varnashrama is all the people are simply claiming my ancestors were a Brahmana, my ancestors were Kshatriya. You are not even a Kshatriya, you are not a Brahmana, you are nothing. There are only Vaishyas and Sudras right now left. Because these are run by the gunas. When somebody is in Sattva Guna, completely predominated by Sattva Guna, he's completely absorbed in scriptures, he's reading and he's helping others read, and he's only depending on the Supreme Lord for his maintenance. He has so much faith. He's not taking a job. Today, Brahmana, first thing they will do is they take up a job. In fact, there was so many jokes on that. Everybody knows all that. The first thing is all the Janoi is there for the Brahmana. He will hang like in your closet, you hang all the dresses. He'll hang all the Janoi. Why? Because he's actually in the daytime, he's going for a coal worker. So all the dress becomes black. So even the Janoi becomes black. So he has to go for a Parohityam in the evening. So he can't do puja, all that with that. So he has to clean it also. So that's 25 paisa. So only by 25 paisa thread, he's called a Brahmana in Kali Yuga. That's his only qualification. There is no qualification. Brahmana never accepts service. That's his first thing. There are 10 qualities written in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna explains. Samo, Damo, Tapas, Saucham. All these qualities are there. There is no qualification, but they claim themselves as Brahmanas. But You cannot avoid, there is something called as an intellectual community. You cannot avoid that. Whether they are trained in scriptures or not, but that community is intellectual, like scientific community is there already. You tell them to go to construction worker job, they cannot do. Do plumbing, they cannot do. But tell them to sit and think for so many hours together, they have no problem. Happily, they'll do that because their mindset is like that. So that's a intellectual community. And some people are administrators. No matter wherever you put them, they'll take control. Any meeting, they'll take charge. They are controllers. They want to control because they are guided by Rajoguna. And they are natural leaders. So they will be leaders. No matter wherever you put them, they will be leaders. And the Vaishya community, there are traders. They know how to trade very well. One phone call here, one phone call there. I buy, I sell, finish. They know that very well. So that is also needed in the society. And then there is a final fourth community called Sudras. Sudras means hard work. They know only to do hard work. One time I saw one plumber came to our house. He told, I don't know how you sit in front of the computer for 8 hours. My brain will blow off in 1 minute. I cannot do that work. That's what exactly he said. They cannot do that. But you tell me to do this plumbing work any number of hours, I'll do. No problem. And we cannot do. Even a small nut or bolt you have to fix. Oh, we have to call them somebody, right? That's our nature. So that's how it is divided. The community is divided like that. So when the community was perfectly divided as Varnashrama, as it should be, then in that situation, if you do your duty as a Kshatriya or as a Brahmana or as a Vaishya or a Sudra, then you become eligible for liberation. But not now. Because you are led by the blind people. The blind are the leaders. They don't know what they are doing and they make us do. We are all in the rat race. All together we are in the rat race. So if you follow this, if you think this as our duty, then you will not get any liberation. So that point, again, Krishna will introduce that topic again here, just very soon. So actually all the this entire chapter, he covers the entire Bhagavad Gita in a very succinct manner, but with only one sloka or one formula he'll give. But we'll go into the depth in different chapters. So he's introduced the concept called as Swadharma. Swadharma means perform your own occupational duty. So yeah, so this is the next sloka 32. He's saying how your doors to heaven are open just because you performed your duty as a king. If, however, you do not perform your duty, for neglecting your duty, you'll go to hell. So that you're, not a good thing. That's not a good thing. And also what will happen? You will lose your reputation. What will happen? Now, say, imagine there is a fighting ring, like boxing ring is there. You go to the boxing ring. Both are there. That guy is a very strong fighter and you also want to fight. You both are inside the boxing ring. Now, suddenly it dawned upon you, it's actually a sport which is not very pleasant. It's a violent sport. Each will get hurt. So, you know what? I feel very compassionate towards you. I don't want you to get hurt. So let's not fight. I want to quit. What will that other guy think? You are scared of me, dude. That is why you want to run away. It's not that you are compassionate on me. Right? Same thing Krishna is telling. What you are thinking, you are nice man, you are nice man, but you have all the nice reasons. You want to be feeling compassionate to your opponents, but that's not what the enemy will think of you. They will only think you are a coward. You ran away from the battlefield. Now, as a Kshatriya, what will happen to you? That insult is worse than death. Because one of the punishments of a Kshatriya is for each category, there is a different punishment. For a Brahmana, you just have to point out a mistake. That's enough. He'll feel terrible. My God, how could I make a mistake? Brahmana ke liye that much is the punishment is enough. Is more than enough. And for a Kshatriya, the punishment is insult. Insult in front of others. Because Kshatriya can't take it. If you praise in front of others, he can take it. But if you insult, he cannot take it. So, and for a Vaishya, you cannot do these two things. If you insult him also, he doesn't care. Even if you point out his mistake, he won't even consider. No problem. But you tell him, no, $100 fine. Baap re, I'll never do this again. This is a Vaishya. We all understand that language. We cannot lose it. That is the punishment for a Vaishya. And for a Sudra, you put punishment of money also doesn't care. You beat him, then only he can listen. So like that, everybody has different punishment. And the biggest punishment, Arjuna, you will get is your enemy will criticize you that you are a coward. That's worse than death. You see, like that, Krishna is giving that argument here. Yeah, it's the same thing. 35 also is the same. So don't leave the battle. "36 also continuation of the same point. Yeah. So finally 37. He is saying here finally what? Either you will get heaven if you die, and you will get your kingdom if you win. That's all. So fight. Don't give up. So now here he's introducing a new concept. This concept is called Karma Yoga. How to work in this world. We all have to work. We all have to do duty. But how to do the work? How to do your duty? He is telling here. Without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat. If you work like this, you shall not incur sin. So basically, there are three types of work. We'll discuss that more, but just to make this point clear, there are three types of work: karma, akarma, and vikarma. Vikarma means it is sinful activity. It's prohibited action. You cannot do that. It's one-way traffic. You cannot go. It's prohibited. If you go, finished. You know what points you'll get. That's prohibited. You cannot do that. Those are sinful activities. And karma, if you do regular karma, in terms of our body, thinking everything for the satisfaction of my body, then it is karma bandhanaha. Everything will bind you. Any work you do, anything you do, you might say, some people, they think, you should do good work. What is good work? See, I want to do good to my family. So I go out, earn money, and bring whatever goods I want for my family. Now you keep on buying. Then the children are unhappy. I'm doing good. Arey, how much ever I'm buying, this toy, that toy, any toy I'll bring, they're unhappy. I'm doing good only, no? Wife is not happy, children are not happy, I am not happy, nobody is happy. Why? But I'm doing good. What else good, more good is there? I'm doing good only. What is bad in this now? Right? You might ask. We all are doing this so-called good. So we don't know what is good. Is it? So very fundamental definition, right? People will say you should do good. You should do good work. So when you want to present value systems to the society, to the children in the school, or to ourselves everywhere, when that value system is devoid of God, God is not there in your equation. No matter how many values you bring in, moral studies, we have moral science, right? So many moral science stories in our childhood we read. But nowhere you will see this concept of akarma. Akarma. Here, what is Krishna is saying? Even if you fight, even if you kill, you will never incur sin. How is that? It's a new concept. Actually, nobody knows this. We only know punya. We know punya karma. We know papa karma. What is this third thing now? There is no sin. That Krishna is going to introduce. This is a karma yoga concept. Now, karma yoga, people think, oh, I'm a karma yogi. You know, they all know one sloka. Karmaneva adhikaraste, they will also recite very nicely. I read this sloka. I'm a karma yogi, you know, they will tell so much as though they know philosophy. But there is no Krishna in their life. It's like you want to become a doctor. Now, in high school, you studied botany. And whatever reason you didn't like it, you dropped out. But you like that subject, botany. Can you claim you're a doctor? But you studied. You didn't finish. You didn't graduate. Like that, Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna is introducing these concepts of Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and all these yoga systems. Somebody might hear something here, there, but you have not come to the conclusion of the Bhagavad Gita. And then you only stuck up at that point. Today, 90% of Hinduism, whatever we are practicing, is like this. College dropout lessons. So nobody knows the full lesson. Somewhere something everybody heard little bit and we practice. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying in a bad light. It's a good thing only. But nobody has the essence or depth or grasp of the full subject matter unless you have the complete conclusion of what Krishna wants to actually get at and how to become established in this action without reaction. Action without reaction. If you don't know this art of working, then you're still not learned anything. It looks like we are all practicing religious things. Then immediately Krishna will continue this line of thinking. People will think they are talking the Vedas and all that. You'll see. Just comes very quickly. Krishna comes to that topic.
Haribol, you can
Yes.
continue what is karma, akarma, and vikarma. Just complete that, no?
Yeah, I'm coming there only. So Krishna explains this is one system of study. It's called Sankhya Yoga, which means like analytical approach of studying Atma and matter. So you can systematically analyze and study this subject matter. The same thing you can approach in a different way. He calls it Buddhi Yoga, but actually it's called Bhakti Yoga. Both are non-different. It will come to the same conclusion. But if you don't come to the conclusion, then your study is incomplete. Then you have not really come to the graduation. So, in the Vedas, mainly what Vedas are mainly dealing with, okay. So, what he's saying here is, first is encouragement. Just like your points, your credits. Suppose you did, in high school, you're supposed to get 20 credits. Or say 21 credits or 26 credits. Now you did 5 subjects. So 5 subjects, you got 5 credits. But after you give gap year and all that, and then you say after 5 years, I want to go to college. Don't worry. This 5 credits, you will not lose. We'll put it there also. We'll carry over the credits. Good, no, for you. So Krishna is saying, no problem. even if you have learned little bit now in this journey, if you have come in this journey, even though you did not graduate, even little bit, whatever you have advanced, I will keep this in your eternal credit. Neha vikrama nasosti pratyabhayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya prayate mahato bayat. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. Even very small, somebody heard little bit of chanting Hare Krishna, little bit of, some Vishnu Sahasranama, some namas of Krishna they chanted. They did something. So Krishna transfers those credits and keeps it for your eternal credit. And he's saying, Trayate mahato bayat. What is the greatest fear in life? There is one statistics. If you Google it, you'll be surprised. The greatest fear people have is public speaking. They can't talk in front of public. But those are not the kind of fears which Krishna is talking here. The greatest fear is to lose the human body itself. Because once you leave this body, there is no guarantee you'll get one more human life. You can become an animal, you can become a plant, a tree, anything. But Krishna is guaranteeing if you advance in this topic of study of the soul and Paramatma, then whatever little you advance, you will never become a lower species animal again. Again, you will get a human body so that you will continue this journey. This is a guarantee. So now, how much ever you can study, you study. That's what he is giving encouragement. So same sloka is there in Bhagavatam also. Tyaktva swadharmam. Suppose you forgot, you have not even performed your own duty. Because Krishna is talking about performing duty, right? Suppose you did not perform your duty. Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam hare. Charanambujam means that you have taken to the lotus feet of Hari. And bhajan apakva. Bhajan, your bhajana is apakwa, is not fructified, is not fruitful yet. Still, you will not lose anything. You have still, and compare this person who did not do his duty, but did very little, and he failed in bhajana also to Hari. But take another person who perfectly performed all his duties in material life, but he never took to worship of the lotus feet of Vishnu. Compared to those two people, the other person who performed all his duties is a failure, and you are not. That is Bhagavatam's verdict. Now, you might see not many people are interested in this subject. If there is some movie, some Bahubali or something, it is like completely full. And some mall on a weekend or a beach in a weekend, look at the crowd and look at our Zoom call crowd. Right? Nobody takes interest to study these things compared to those enjoyment that is available out there. So why is that? Krishna is explaining why people don't take interest. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. And they don't have single pointed attention. They cannot. Why? Because their buddhi is vyavasayatmika. It's completely roaming around everywhere. What here, what there, what next, what next, what next. So here Krishna is talking about those type of people. So Vedavada Ratha Partha is very important here. See in the 42nd sloka, third line. Vedavada Ratha Partha. So generally the Vedas are dealing with only the three modes of material nature. And it might look like these people, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi people, it might look like they may also take interest in studying the Vedas or listening to the Vedas and all that. But what they are really attracted is to the gifts, what Vedas are actually promoting, and the flowery words of the Vedas. Because first promise is you will get higher planetaries, Punyastri, whatever you will become. You do this vratam, this nomo, you do this, all that, so many things. You can go on and on. Laksha, 1 lakh turmeric you can put. All these, so many vratas. I don't even get it on my tongue so easily. But there are so many people here can tell. So many vratas are there which are recommended in the Vedas. If you do, they are promoting dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Basically, that's the original idea of Vedas. So this is called karma kanda. The karma kanda portion of the Vedas are promoting, are giving you this. In fact, there is an elaborate list. I have prepared a small list from Bhagavatam. If somebody wants a beautiful wife, who should they worship? Somebody wants to become a king, who should they worship? Somebody wants to get very successful in real estate, who should they worship? Somebody should become successful in getting power, who to worship? Somebody wants to become famous, who to worship? All these recommendations are there, and people generally want these things. How to become like that? So Krishna is giving a caution. Hello, there are all these recommendations. I am not talking about all that is called Kaitava Dharma, means cheating religion. Bhagavatam mostly is telling, Veda Vyasa is only the writer. He's the author of all those Vedas also. And he's the author of the Vedanta, Bhagavatam also. Second sloka of Bhagavatam. He starts with saying, please don't even open this Bhagavatam if you still are interested in that subject. That is called Kaitava Dharma. You be there only. Don't even come here. Krishna is telling the same thing here. He's telling there are people who are interested only to become rich and famous and powerful in this world. And Vedas are also telling you how to get these things. So what happened over the course of time? People saw, oh, my ancestors did this puja only to become rich. But now there is another way to become rich. All you have to do is become a great influencer or get 1 million clicks. That's all. You will get all those riches. So forget about these Vedas for now. We don't need them. So that is how all the Vedic practices and the system of whatever practices Hinduism has offered is making no sense, because they are not telling what these practices are meant for, because they themselves know only this much. You want to be happy in this world, do this vrata. I can be happy even by going to Inox. Why do I need that vrata? So that is how things have become diluted, and people have not learned the subject. You could not carry on to the next generation. People have really fought for it, to keeping our culture, despite 1000 years of invasion or whatever, they kept the culture very, very strong. I remember there's so many instances we all have seen. The British would torture for small work to be done. All they would say, you eat this meat, I will get you the work done. The guy will say, you can kill me also, no problem. I will not eat meat. But today, the British doesn't have to do any killing. He doesn't have to torture anybody. Easily people are taking up all those things. So in the last 30, 40, 50 years, we have degraded so much, we've given up our cultural values so much compared to how hard our ancestors have fought to keep those values. Why? Because we lost the pivot. What is the pivot? We lost it. So we could not get that. And that pivot, Krishna is explaining here, this is not it. The Vedas are only dealing with the 3 modes of material nature. So that is only to promote you to higher planetary systems only. But why these things are given? Krishna is explaining in 44. Bhogaisvarya prasaktanam. Why he cannot? His mind is completely agitated. He wants, he's is enamored by the opulence of this external world. So he wants to enjoy and he's bewildered. Oh yeah, kya hai? Skyscrapers. You should come and see. Are so many highways, so beautiful cars are running here. People are bewildered by this silly opulence also. So such people can never get across the message and they cannot go beyond. So Krishna is suggesting Traigunya Vishaya Veda, rise above the modes of material nature, and then you be established in yourself, which means understand you are an Atma, work like an Atma, not as a body. These are very big sentences. It takes a lifetime to actually practice to get out of this 3 modes of material nature. So the entire Karma Yoga is going to help you with this. But of course, don't have to jump into conclusion and we have to go to Karma Yoga topic again. We'll go there again. I know we have a very short time. I'll try to see how much more I can cover, and maybe I can take another 10 or 15 minutes to see if I can close it. So now here Krishna is giving a clue. What he's saying, you want little benefit here, little benefit there, little benefit there, little benefit there. So he's saying, like in olden days, there were different wells in villages. You know, for Bartan Dhona ke liye, one well. Only to wash clothes, there was another well. Like that, only for cooking, for water should not be drinking water, another well. They would not contaminate the wells. They were all different. So because people were used to that system, Krishna gave this example. And then if there is a complete, very big river, then you don't care for these little wells, right? Forget a silly wells. All are doing the same thing. River will do everything. The same way, all these little chota chillar ke liye, you want money, you want name, you want power, you want everything in this world. But all this chillar also will be resolved if you come to me. He's going to tell, I am that reservoir of water. He's going to tell how. So he did not reveal exactly yet here. He's going to tell. And that becomes a karma. So that he's not going to reveal that slowly, but he's step by step, he's introducing the topics now. So this is the famous one. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbu ma te sangostva karmani. So he's given an idea here only how you have a right to perform your duty, but you don't have a right on the fruit of it. So how it is possible? When I'm working, I'm getting the result, but he's saying result is not mine. What is that? That is just like we all work in corporate. Suppose you are working in Google, you are working some other place, we are working on big companies now. All of us are working. When we work, there is a product. That product doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the corporate. Of course, you get paid. That's salary. So if a company knows to maintain you by giving salary, so Krishna is going to introduce the concept later, you work for me. When you work for me, obviously your salary, how you're getting, like that maintenance, I'll take care of it, don't worry. But whatever result will come is not yours, because it's mine. Why is he telling this concept here? Because Arjuna is thinking, if I fight, I will get kingdom. He's thinking, I will be the king, right? So he told the argument, I don't want to be the king. So Krishna is telling, you're a fool. You are not fighting for the kingdom for yourself. The war is mine. I will decide if you will be the king or not. I want you to fight because they are criminals. They have to be killed and you have a duty to do. That's it. Result is not yours. Whether it is winning or losing is not your job only. Don't even worry about it. I will do the fruit is mine. So this concept, if you can get it, that becomes that is part of akarma. Right now, everything that we do, all the fruit we want. That is why it is bandhana. It's binding. Just like an example I always gave was the bank manager. He can deal with $1 million, no problem. It's not his. Moment he takes only one bundle, I can put it in my pocket, finished. The moment he thinks one bundle is mine, he's in jail. That's it. That is karma bandhana. This is akarma. So Krishna is introducing this concept. No, it is not yours. The fruit of your action is not yours. So we try to think, now I am doing business. I want to apply this logic there. I give the product to the person. Whether you give me money or not, sir, I have no problem. Idiot you are. You have given some product. In exchange, there is an agreement here. When for that agreement, he has to pay money. So you cannot misapply philosophy. So whatever profit you get, that profit is not yours. That profit belongs to Krishna. Of course, Krishna will allow you to use it to maintain the family members that Krishna allowed you to have, not for as yours. They are given to you for maintenance so that they become nice devotees of Krishna. That is your duty. So now, abandoning all attachment to success and failure, equanimity is called yoga. How do you do this? Then he's introducing one more concept here. Equanimity of why you need that equanimity? Because when you have success or failure, you should know how to control your mind. So he's introducing a concept of Ashtanga Yoga. How to control your body, mind, senses. So how to withdraw the senses when the senses are going away. So he introduces all those concepts. So senses are very strong, like serpents, uncontrolled serpents, So you want to raise serpent farming. You want to raise serpent. There are people who do that. Serpent farming. And you imagine those serpents will listen to you. They'll think they're a pet. No, they won't discriminate. Their nature to bite. That's all. Senses are like that. Senses are not thinking, to my master, which is a body, I will take care. Nothing. Senses want to just go like a loose snake. So they are uncontrolled senses. In fact, Chanakya Pandit says beautifully, if you see a snake or if you see a scorpion, you don't have to be scared. You know why? You know where the poison is, either in the teeth or in the tail for scorpion. But when you see an uncontrolled person, you have to be very scared. Why? Because he has poison everywhere, all over. So you have to be more careful. So you have to control your senses. So he's introducing a new concept here to control the senses. I don't know if we have time for more or we continue.
I think we'll stop here. We'll continue the next class.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I can take any questions if somebody has. Any questions?
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Can I missed the beginning. So in connection with what you mentioned about the relationship, like this is my hand and, how to address. That is my question. I hope I got the thing correct.
Yeah.
So my question is, how do we introduce ourselves? How do we, our siblings or my friend or any relative, how do you address them then? It is actually mine, right? It is when I introduce to a third person, I'll say this is my mother or this is my friend. It is my friend. So how do you address that?
So how Prabhupada taught a very simple technique.
Yeah.
Just by renaming everyone. He said everybody is Krishna Dasa. So if anybody wants to say, I am a Dasa or Dasi. I am servant
Huh.
of Krishna. Because that is your real identity.
Okay.
Whatever
Okay.
your name, I am
Yeah.
Dasa of Krishna.
Okay. Okay.
Another
Vishnu
way
And
of
Dasa. Just like
understanding.
when you see a temple from far away, what do they have? Dvajastamba, right? So wherever,
yeah.
those are marks of Vishnu. So from very far also you can tell, oh, Vishnu resides there. The same way, Prabhupada said, okay, as a devotee, you put a tilak marking, immediately you know your body is a temple, and inside the temple there is a Lord, and that is your identity, you are servant of that Lord. And very cute way, Prabhupada also said, we all wear tulsi beads. You know, when you see a stray dog on the road, what do you know? That dog does not have a master. But if the dog has a leash, then you know, oh, there is a leash. That means this dog has a master, someone to take care. So, like that, we all are declaring openly, we are servant of Krishna. See, I am dog of Krishna. I have a leash. Your identity is established. Complete identity is established. Not only to say I am Atma, but Atma, how it is connected to Paramatma also is established. Just by dress. Just like you don't have to ask when you go to hospital in emergency, who is a doctor? They're wearing a stethoscope, they're wearing an overcoat and all that. They know, you know immediately who is a doctor. When the fireman is coming, they are wearing that suit. Immediately you know, in the time of fire, who to talk to. Like that, in the time of danger of material world, when death is going to come, when Yamaraj is going to come, you know whom to approach. Right? That's how you identify yourself.
Very, very easily explained. Very easy. But for you, it's so easy. But for us to understand and to follow it, it takes a while.
I keep
Little
telling
bit
you,
practice and association. That's all. Association. It's just by association.
Yeah.
also another way you can think about the same thing is we have to not see everyone on the bodily platform. You know, when
That's what
we
she's asking. That's what she's asking.
how, yeah, so how is that when you're seeing your family, your parents, or you know, your close family, you don't associate with them on the bodily level. You have to remember that they are also Atma, I'm also Atma, and not feel good or bad, or you know, feel anything dvesha. You don't feel too much love, you don't feel too much dvesha, both you don't feel, because you're balanced. If you're balanced and you see everyone in connection to Krishna, then it will not be very difficult. Don't associate everyone on the bodily platform. It is possible.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Thanks.
Yes.
And one more question I have, and this was in connection with what you were explaining earlier. There are 6 capital punishments, right?
Yes.
So no, this is just
6
my wish.
crimes.
Yeah,
6
yeah,
crimes.
6 crimes. Yeah, 6 crimes. Sorry.
Hmm.
So, what about the people who deprive you of certain, you know, your rights or your happiness, or to achieve something? For example, like if my happiness is like, you know, in a particular, how do I explain? Say, okay, if I'm praying or something, that is my happiness, or if I'm chanting, but with an intent to disturb you and not to let you chant, or not to let you, you know, pray like that, I keep, you know, diverting your mind, I keep disturbing you. I wish there was a punishment for that also, like, you know, where people will refrain from depriving anybody's uh, happiness or whatever.
No,
Apart from
this particular point,
uh,
when you want to surrender to Krishna, ahaituki apratihata, there is no material cause that can be an obstacle for you to reach Krishna. There is
So this
no
is just an
material
example.
cause.
This is just
There
an
is no
example.
material cause. At that example only I'm clarifying.
Huh.
There is no material obstacle that can come in front of you and Krishna. Between you and Krishna, it cannot. Or the only obstruction or obstacle is your desire to go to Krishna. Apart from that, there is no obstacle. It is your illusion to think somebody else is putting an obstacle. That is your illusion. Because Krishna is directly assuring, I shall guide every single soul to come to me.
Okay.
Yes. So there is no force in this planet of Earth or anywhere in the universe that can stop you to come towards Krishna. There is none.
It's our own mind, actually.
Your mind.
It's our own mind. It stops us. If we are very fixed up, nobody can stop us. We become loose. We become not fixed up. And
Careless.
then we will give another reason, some or the other reason. Oh, that reason, because of that I couldn't do, because this guy told like that, that guy did some jadoo tona on me.
Anything that happens, the
Anything.
basic misery of our existence is our karma, is our actions. The three gunas only are working for our misery, that's all. Because people do not know this, they do not know a solution also. They are always assigning something.
And
It is,
also
except me, everything else is a reason. That's what we are thinking always for all our problems. Lokasya jhanato vidvams satve chakrata samhitam. They do not know. There is a solution for this also. The solution is to surrender to the Supreme Lord and work for Him. Because they do not know this, they cannot apply the solution also.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes. And there is one question. What is Swadharma and Paradharma? I think I answered that. There is no Swadharma now because there is Varnashrama system is not organized. Our community is not organized. Our countries are not organized. It is organized only for sense gratification. People are thinking if I make a lot of GDP, the country is prospering. So we'll make more GDP, and India is also in the same race, rat race. So if you are part of that rat race, and if you are thinking I'm doing my Swadharma, that is not Swadharma. It cannot give you liberation. That is why the kings have to be liberated souls to guide and structure the society into Varnashrama. Because we are not part of a Varnashrama community, there is no Swadharma. Your only Swadharma that is left for you right now is to become a devotee of Krishna. That is the only Swadharma left.
Also, whatever role we have taken as a, supposing you're a parent, you're a father, you're a child, or whatever, as that, at that point,
also,
whatever.
Not as that also only on a Krishna conscious platform, only you perform your duty as a father or a mother or a child or a husband or a teacher or anything. As a Krishna conscious parent, not as a bodily parent. Because they are my children, oh, I will show you this love and all that. That's all nonsense. You have to show love means you have to give them Krishna Prema. If you learn Krishna Prema, you can give them Krishna Prema.
Yes.
Okay, Prabhu.
One more question is our karma responsible of our taking up chanting?
Yes.
No. No. No matter, no. There is no ahaituki apratihata. There is time and again, there is slokas in Bhagavatam we read, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you are a swapachako, you are a dog eater also. Such a horrible life it is. Even such a sinful person also, if he takes up to the chanting of Hare Krishna, immediately he will become completely
No.
pure. What is Ratnakar?
No.
Ratnakar is
No, but the point is,
Ratnakar.
her question, I think, is
Her
that
point
because
is,
of
her point is because he has done some punya, he got a chance to take up the chanting. No, that is what I'm trying to explain. When Narada Muni forcefully, he forced his mercy onto this Ratnakar, because of that, he got liberation. He was chanting, his tongue is so sinful, he can't chant Ram also. Mara, 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 marna hi aata hai. Mar mara 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 mara. Like that, he became Valmiki.
it's because of the in
So,
simple
because
words.
Prabhupada is so merciful, he gave up all his comforts. He came and forced his mercy, and to all of us. Now this, like all these classes, everything is going on by Prabhupada's mercy. We are just simply repeating whatever Prabhupada is saying. So if anybody is fortunate enough to take it, that's his good fortune. So it's not because of karma. There might be a slight play or make it favorable. Okay, I'll join this class because you have some good
Prabhuji,
samskara.
Prabhuji, then why Ratnakar is selected for this?
He's not selected. He's not selected. He just grabbed whatever. That is why you're supposed to. Sadhu means he just keeps on traveling. He's not selecting. Like rain is falling on a donkey also, on a buffalo also, on a ground also. Rain is not selecting the ground. The ground is good enough to grasp the water and becoming fertile. That's all. The buffalo also is getting that same rainwater. Like that, Sadhu is going and giving his mercy to everyone. Ratnakar was, lucky to grasp that mercy. That's all. Like that, for us also, it's the same thing. Now, the same opportunity is there for every one of us. How much time it takes?
Only thing that can help is supposing you have done some sukruti. Sukruti means you have, helped someone when they were building a temple or something. I don't know.
That's
so
called
those
Ajnata
things,
Sukruti.
Ajnata Sukruti. Or you have tasted some prasad.
Unknowingly you helped one devotee. Unknowingly you did some worship to Vishnu. So that might come in use for you. Definitely. What is that use? What is that use? For example, we both are sitting in the same class. So the subject is little difficult. But I might be able to understand little faster than you. But you also same opportunity. Given little more effort, you will also come to the same level. That's all. That Sukruti does only that. But if I don't use my Sukruti, but you don't have Sukruti, and you are learning Bhagavad Gita now, you will go much ahead of me. And I'll be in the same place. See?
Yes.
Karma will not help you to get Krishna. It's not that, it mere nasib mein tha, iske liye nahi. It is because Krishna is very kind. He sends his pure devotees for helping us to take us back to Krishna Loka.
When we don't ask this question, mere nasib mein hoga to main movie jaunga. That we're not asking, right?
Anybody over there, Parvati or someone has any question?
You have any question? No.
Okay. Anybody else?
సో ఇప్పుడు ఇందులో చెప్పిన సాంఖ్య యోగమును కపిలమును చెప్పిన సాంఖ్య యోగం ఒకటేనా?
కాదు. ఇద్దరు కపిలమునులు ఉన్నారు. భాగవతంలో చెప్పిన కపిలముని ఇది ఒకటే. నాస్తికుడు అని ఇంకొక కపిలముని ఉన్నాడు. వాడు ఒక సిద్ధాంతం రాశాడు. వాడి సిద్ధాంతానికి సాంఖ్యయోగం అని పేరు పెట్టేశాడు.
ఓహో, అది తెలియదు. ఓకే ఓకే,
అది కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వద్దు. అది కాదు
అది కాదు ఇది. అంటే భాగవతంలో ఆయన వాళ్ళ తల్లి పేరేంటి? దేవహూతి. ఆయన చెప్పింది ఇది ఒకటే. ఓకే రైట్.
సో అది భక్తి యోగ, సాంఖ్య యోగం, భక్తి యోగము తేడా ఏమి లేదు.
ఏమి లేదు అంటే అదే మన ఈ గ్రాస్ బాడీ తాలూకా సంఖ్య చెప్తాడు అతను. సాంఖ్యయోగం అంటే సంఖ్యే కదా టోటల్.
డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి అంటే కంక్లూజన్ ఎప్పుడు కృష్ణుడి దగ్గరికి వస్తే అది భక్తి.
అవునవును.
సాంఖ్య ద్వారా వెళ్తున్నాము, బట్ భక్తి దగ్గరికే వచ్చాము.
అవును, అది కరెక్ట్. భక్తి దగ్గరికి
అందుకని డ్రాప్ అవుట్ అన్నాను. స్కూల్ డ్రాప్ అవుట్. డ్రాప్ అవుట్ అంటే వాడు రాలేదు. హీ డిడ్ నాట్ కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్. కంక్లూజన్ ఏంటి? ఎవ్రీథింగ్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు కృష్ణ. ఇదంతా వీఆర్ నాట్ దిస్ బాడీ, వీఆర్ ఆత్మ, బట్ దేర్ ఇస్ పరమాత్మ. ఆత్మ అండ్ పరమాత్మ టుగెదర్, వీ హావ్ టు సర్వ్ ద పరమాత్మ అనే కంక్లూజన్ కి రాకపోతే దెన్ యువర్ స్టడీ ఈజ్ నాట్ కంప్లీట్. దివ్యాజీ, you have a question.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, I just wanted to know, like you mentioned that for each thing that you want to achieve in life, there is a different deity and a puja to do. If you could take one day only on that subject, it would be very nice.
Oh. But I can share. I think I have something right here. I can share in 1 minute, maybe, if I can see.
But that is not the goal of life. The
That's
goal
not,
of
no,
life.
of course, obviously.
Goal of life, see, there are youngsters, there are children, they want something. They have ambitions. We can just help them out, na?
I'll share that slide with you.
I totally agree. That's not the goal. I'm not saying.
No. The point is that not that. The point Krishna is making is those things are automatically met also if you come to me. That's the point. You
That
don't
is
have
the
to
point.
go to this.
That's the point he's saying. No, that all the wells you will achieve what you need from all the wells when you do service to Krishna. He's like the river. So those who are chanting Hare Krishna unknowingly, they don't know also, but Krishna is actually supporting them and he's providing whatever is needed. So basically, if somebody wants to get gumrah, matlab gum hona chahta hai, तो हम उसको गुम कर देंगे इन सब चीजों के अंदर कि तुमको ये चाहिए, ये ले लो, ये ले लो, ये ले लो. पर उससे क्या होगा ये कि वो बच्चा जो है जिसको हाईएस्ट गोल मिलना चाहिए था.
Lord has
हाईएस्ट
set up
गोल.
his,
भगवान ने ये सारी चीजें दी है कि आप यूज कर सकते हो ये फैसिलिटीज, पर
इसको बोलते हैं कैतव धर्म, मतलब चीटिंग रिलीजन. रिलीजन ही नहीं है एक्चुअली. दिस इज नॉट इवन रिलीजन.
दैट इज बिजनेस. रिलीजन मींस क्या?
व्यापार नहीं चाहिए.
भगवान के साथ हम जब भगवान को जब
फिर उसको बताया क्यों? बताया गया है ना.
No, बताया इसीलिए. That is what the sloka was. No, why? Who are these people who are going there? Who are these people who are going there? Krishna explained just now. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam tayapahruta chetasam. They are so enamored by the external beauty, by Maya, by illusion, by somebody is enamored by mirage. Will you help him to go and fetch the mirage? You
water
have to
in the
tell
mirage.
him, boss, there is no water. It's only a mirage. There is no happiness here in this world. And you want to put more and more effort into getting that mirage. You cannot, because you are chasing. The more you chase the mirage, the more far away it will go away. You think you will get it? You think anybody in this world got it?
The point is even after getting all of those things, say you did all the puja part to each and every Devi Devata, whoever it is written, you will do. But do you think that person will get happiness? That happiness when you do seva to the Lord is much higher than all of these things that they will get.
Look at this sloka. Who are these people who want all this? In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence. They think this opulence, this material opulence and riches is what is going to make me happy. No matter how much you have, you can never be happy. No matter how much you have. At our level, we always think from our level, little bit more, I'm making only $100 an hour. You see somebody making $200 an hour. Oh, he's more happy than me. I should strive for that. Then suddenly you'll meet somebody in you're going in a flight and you'll see somebody is traveling in first class. Oh, I should be traveling in business class like that. Then you finally go to the business class. Then you'll ask that fellow, what is your ambition? He's thinking, no, I am just a millionaire. There are so many people who are going in a charter flight. So then he'll try all his life. He's trying to go to the next level. He's trying to get into the charter flight now. So then he goes to the charter flight also. Then he says, this is a small charter flight here. Only 15-seater it is. I have 30-seater. I don't fly. I own a charter flight. So there is no end to this race. When Bali Chakravarti, he was approached by Vamandev, he told Vamandev, what is the 3 steps of land you're asking? You came to a great king. You can get how much ever land you want. You know what Vamandev told him? You are already a great king, no? You already have so much land, no? Why are you doing this Ashwamedha Yajna? That means you are still not happy with how much land you have. Now you want kingdom of Indra also. Baba, I'll be happy with just 3 steps of land. You see, this is the teaching what Krishna is providing here.
But
So
is
this
doing
a lesson.
puja not one form of seva?
Is puja one type of? Yeah, there are different types of seva. There are so many ways of doing seva. For every age and time, there is a different recommendation. In this age, we have very short time. We have only 100 years. Out of 100 years, you are living only 60, 70, 80, that's all. So we have very short time. You cannot learn Veda Mantra Patana only, you cannot learn. Where you will learn to do all those upasanas. Impossible. So we need a very short, simple technique where you can purify your senses, your body, your mind, and come to the conclusion very fast. And then relish that Brahma Saukhyam. Because you have no idea of what is spiritual happiness, you are thinking, I should get this material opulences. That will make you happy. Because you have no clue. That is the problem. That introduction is not there. We don't know, it will be a different concept altogether. Just like there was one boatman. He's carrying a boat every time to the river. When he's going there, there are a lot of stones and all that. All the time his legs are getting hurt. But when he is rowing the boat, he's always thinking, I'll become a very rich man one day. So one day, every day that one friend will go with him. He'll ask, what you will do yaar, when you become very rich? What is the first thing you'll do? You know what is the first thing he told? When I have so much money, I'll put foam on top of all the riverbed so that my leg will never get hurt. Is that a good idea? What do you think?
He's only thinking.
One
He's
second.
only thinking.
Divyaji.
Yes.
Is that a good idea? Why it is? If it is not a good idea, why it is not a good idea?
No, I didn't. The idea of asking this question was not what
No. I'm asking a simple question. Right now, I told you there is a boatman who is rowing a boat for 25 paisa. So he has a great desire. He wants to become a rich man. So then his friend told, what you will do with all the riches? Then he told, I'll put foam on the riverbed so that my leg will not get hurt. Is that a good idea or bad idea?
How much foam will he buy?
He has so much money.
Yeah, that is his desire, right? That's what he's earning for. So that's actually good only, na?
After getting that money, why he will be a boatman?
Exactly. That is what we do not have this concept of what it means to become a devotee of Krishna. We do not know. That is why we are still thinking like the boatman. We are thinking, if you approach God, you still have to do the same rat race, donkey work you have to do. You are thinking like that. You do not know there is a different concept, different way of life. You do not know. That Krishna is trying to provide the clue. And that is Brahma Saukhyam Hi Anantam. That is what? That is when your real religious life begins. Until then, it did not begin. If you don't have this clue.
Okay.
That's the point. So everybody is rushing like the small flies, when they see the light, they're attracted to the light and they're always going towards that light. But as soon as they go towards the light is so hot that fly dies. All of us are doing the same thing. It's a rat race. We are dying. We are eagerly flying and going into that fire. And we die. Without any purpose, without using our human life. We are wasting in the pursuit of getting more and more riches.
So what would you say that if somebody wants to get, wants to become materially also, what would you recommend? Now, young children are there. So what is it that you would recommend? That is on our behalf.
Whether you understand or you don't understand, our recommendation is you still worship Krishna. You still worship. In worshipping Krishna, there are several ways. One simplest way is to worship Krishna through his holy name. You touch his holy name. You chant his names. That's the simplest way. Reading Bhagavad Gita is worshipping Krishna using your intelligence. Understanding Bhagavad Gita is worshipping Krishna through your intellect. It's a great form of worship.
So there are so many things you can do for someone.
Even if you don't understand anything, just chant Hare Krishna. One day you will be able to get it.
You want to do something good for someone, just recommend them that you chant Hare Krishna and read Bhagavad Gita. Try to understand Bhagavad Gita. That is all. If they will take up this, they will understand. They will, just now he told that Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So the most difficult thing to, what you're going to lose is human form of life. So you're helping that best benefit you're going to give that person. So best is to do this, because other things according to karma they will get anyway. But if they chant Hare Krishna, everything will become all right.
Yeah, but again, Krishna says 69. Read this.
You want me to read?
Yes, 69.
Yeah. What is night for all beings is the time of awakening for the self-control, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. I didn't understand.
Okay. So basically what Krishna is saying here is, if all the people are working in one direction, they're trying to make money. But here devotees are saying, no, that's not the goal of life. So somebody's day is the devotee's night. So they are thinking the opposite. Somebody who is wanting to make money, they're thinking, what are these people doing? Weekend also they can take up one more job and make more money. Right? They are thinking we are in the night. So like that. So it is the opposite. They cannot see it. They cannot see it. If those who are very, very materialistic, they cannot see this concept. But it doesn't matter.
Okay. So this Ambani, Adani, Shah Rukh Khan, Bill Gates, all their lives are wrong.
It's not wrong. It is, if you think that is the goal of life, then you are wrong. They got to that position by karma, purely by karma. They have earned it. They have earned it.
But that is short-lived.
But that is not just because they got it, and if they do not use it for the service of Krishna, they will lose it. Just like Prabhupada told about Nehru. He said, some astrologer or whoever, they told this guy, after being a prime minister, became a wonderful dog in somebody's house in Switzerland. He lost his human form. And it is possible. Whether it is right or wrong, I'm not debating on that. The point is, you can come up to the position of a prime minister and also lose the position of being a human being. What is the use of all the riches? Because we do not have Atma Gyan, you do not know what is your next life. Just because you have 100 crores or 1,000 crores or 10 million crores or 100 million crores or billion crores doesn't mean anything.
Actually, those things all, they are temporary. That is.
Yeah, but that is very flashy. Everybody is running towards it.
Those who understand what is the eternal thing, they will work for that. And those who will see these things only, they will come as per your karma, you will get it also. But what is the use of getting it? Anyway, you're going to lose it. Point is that it's not going to be permanent. But anything you do in understanding Krishna will certainly stay with you in this life and in the next also. We have done something in our past also. Maybe we have done some devotional service. So from there we will start. Very soon, if you have done some devotional service, some devotees, they progress so fast. Why? Because they have done something in the past. That is why from where they stopped only, they will start from there. But in material way, if you have 100 crores in this life, when you lose this body, supposing you become a human also, chalo, for some reason, you got human life also. Again, you have to be a zero. Again, you have to start. Again, if you have had enough credit to you, if you have done some pious activities, then you will get that. A lot of people do so much difficult work.
There's a beautiful conversation when Yudhishthir, after he left this earth planet, he was going back, and he also happened to go to Yamaloka. So because Yamaraj wanted to have a chat with him, he's also his Amsha. And he asked, you're a wise man who you came from earth just now. Can you tell me what's the most wonderful thing that you can tell in one word, one sentence about all these creatures in the earth planet? Then Yudhishthir says, the most surprising behavior of humans on the earth planet is that everybody knows that they are going to die. Yet, they will act in such a way that they are never going to die. This is the most amazing characteristics of the humans. They are so foolish. This is about foolish humans. He summarized.
We don't want to be in that. We want to not be in that category, and that is why we are in this class and trying to understand.
That is called rat race. Basically, rat race, what I said. You see a fire and you're getting attracted. You're seeing Ambani getting attracted. You're seeing Shah Rukh Khan getting attracted. I want to be that. I want to be that. So everybody is running in that rat race. Whereas we don't know what our needs are. We just don't know. We are like animals. See, we don't have any problem. You don't have any nice car, new car. You have no problem with that. Moment your neighbor has a new car, a lot of pain. Right? Somebody got a jewelry. Until now, you don't have jewelry. So many jewelry shops are selling everything. Your person, somebody, your relative, somebody bought something that you like, and she has more than that. That pains you. This is the problem we have. So many people die everywhere. So many things happen everywhere. That doesn't bother you. But somebody who's very close to you, something they have better than you, that hurts, that pinches. Why I don't have it? So this is called envious nature. So this is called kalmasha. Unless you can define and nail what is your problems of life, you will not solve it. You don't know how to solve it because you don't know what is the problem. So Krishna is explaining what is the problems of life. Your misidentification Arjuna didn't have any problem. He's thinking, I am the body. All your problems started there only. You are not the body only. Why you want to make more comfort for the body? First of all, you are not the body. You want to give more and more comfort. How much comfort you will give? One sofa is not enough. One house is not enough. One car is not. One bungalow is not. 1 crore is not enough. 10 crores of bungalow is not enough. What is enough for you then? That guy Jagan, I don't know how many crores he put, 600 crores he made one bungalow. And in one bungalow, his own mother and own sister he did not want to keep. Why you want that bungalow? You see, that's how it is. That is envious nature. We want to be the Supreme Lord. That is the contamination. Try to understand and work on that. That is the gift. That is the purpose of your human life. If you don't know this purpose of human life, whatever you do is waste. That's what Krishna's opinion is. Tyaktva swajharmam. You don't need to do any dharma, yaar. Just do my dharma. See, people think, don't do bad things. People will say, right? Don't do bad things. Sinful activity, don't do. But here, you know what Krishna is going to tell in the end? He's saying, don't do dharma only. Don't do dharma only. Forget dharma. Sarva dharman parityajya. I don't care for any dharma. Just forget everything. I alone is the dharma. You serve me. Come to that point. So Krishna is going to teach us that concept. So we have to spend our human life for these things. We cannot give our children anything. You think you give money, you will make your children happy. They will not be. Because money cannot make anybody happy. So you might be wanting to be a good mother, to give good things to your children. But you don't know what is good. What you will give? Whatever you give is not enough. I heard in Texas, we have our neighbors are there. 16th birthday. That time iPhone was very new. He gave one gift to that girl. 16th birthday iPhone. It's not cheap. It's like $2,000, $2,500 those days. Very expensive. Birthday he gave. You know what the girl told? I'm disappointed, Dad. I was expecting a car key or something. Huh? Oh, you're out of your brain or what? So he wanted to give something good. But what is the end result? You cannot make anybody happy with giving material things. You cannot give a 5-star hotel to a fish and tell, be happy now. The fish doesn't care. Fish needs water. Just put me back in water. The Atma also doesn't want anything. Atma simply wants Paramatma. Can you please get me to my Lord?
Very nice. So I think you got the point, right? Divya Mataji.
Yes, yes.
Yes, right. Yeah, hope you take it in the right spirit because we are talking very bluntly.
Yes,
And
that's then only we will understand, right?
Prabhupada spoke like that, and we are actually,
repeating.
Yeah, we are just repeating. Yeah, it's not that nothing against anybody, but we have to wake up. See, we are all sleeping. Until and unless Prabhupada doesn't say you're a fool and rascal, then only we woke up. So, we have to be spoken to like that. So sorry.
I will learn, right?
Yes. Not only you, we also have to learn. While we are talking all these
along
things,
with you.
Yes, because we are repeating. So this is the way we also learn. And it's really nice. So I think we will stop the class here and we will meet tomorrow again for our Bhagavatam class. And it will be the same
my mother and father are not here to teach me these things as they did in my childhood, right? So these are probably how my mom and dad would tell me these things. So yeah, it's nice to have someone have that stick in hand and tell me.
Prabhupada is the teacher actually. Prabhupada is our father and mother. He is guiding all of us, and we just have to read his books actually. He like how you got Smita, you got nice connect with Prabhupada books. I'm very happy. So Smita Garu is our neighbor here, and we gave her a Bhagavad Gita as a gift. And since then, she feels very connected with Prabhupada, and she's been reading. And
I never, for some reason, I got a Bhagavad Gita book from someone. Like I want to say years and years ago. It was on my nightstand in my bedroom. I never touched it. But this one, I don't know why. I'm actually in the second chapter, so it. I know it sounds very small to some people here, but for me, that is a big thing.
It is a big thing.
It is a big thing for everyone. It's really nice.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
All are big. All are different. No one is wrong. Everyone.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes. Very true. Very true.
The statement is true. This Atma needs that Paramatma only, actually.
Yes.
When we have come to that reality, the Atma needs a Paramatma. Then there is no desires, no wishes, nothing.
Then only we will be satisfied.
Satisfaction is there. Satisfaction.
Yes, that is real happiness. We will experience that. Okay.
Thank
Chalo,
you.
then we will stop the class here. We'll continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna.